Yo, what's up guys, Sam here, and today Apple dropped iOS 13.2 Beta 4 for developers and public beta testers, so regardless of which beta profile you are running, there's a new update out for you right now. Now, obviously, this is not out for the public just yet, so per usual, I want to show you guys the latest in iOS 13.2 Beta 4, in addition to showing you some benchmarks for how it performs on Apple's latest devices. If you're excited for that, drop a like down below, hit subscribe for more. Let's go ahead and get started. I think there's pretty good reason to believe that iOS 13.2 is going to be dropping within the next week, as Apple's newest headphones, Beats Solo Pros, are set to release on the 30th. And if you actually go on the website for those headphones on apple.com, they say that for all the features to work properly, iOS 13.2, in addition to the latest versions of watchOS and macOS, are required. So with the headphones coming out on the 30th, and this being in beta for a few weeks now, I think someday either the 28th, 29th, or 30th, even on the release day, is the likely launch date for iOS 13.2. Now, Apple has not confirmed that for sure, so take it with a grain of salt, but I think there's a very good chance that iOS 13.2 will be coming in just under a week, because it's been in beta testing for a while. The new emojis are here, of course, and Apple's also been working on some other cool stuff like announce messages with Siri. There's also new privacy settings for Siri and Deep Fusion, of course, for the newest iPhones that allow you to get extra detail out of medium light photos. So all in all, iOS 13.2 is shaping up to be a pretty significant update, and it doesn't seem to be that buggy in my experience. I've been running this on an iPhone 11, and while some bugs remain, I feel like the Mail app in iOS still needs a bit of work. Overall, it's getting better. And Bluetooth has also been a touchy issue, so I'm hoping that Apple finally fixes that in this update too, because on iOS 13.1.3 on my iPhone 11 Pro, it is still randomly disconnecting from my car or being sluggish at times. So hopefully, once and for all, after claiming to do so, Apple finally eliminates all the issues with Bluetooth. But a big question for a lot of you when it comes to updating, more so than bugs, is performance. How is it actually running on the latest iPhone? So I just rebooted both of these devices. This is an iPhone 11 on 13.2 compared to an iPhone 11 Pro on 13.1.3 to see if there's any significant speed difference here. I feel like they're going to be about the same just because speed-wise, iOS 13.2 doesn't seem to be much faster at all, but we'll just have to wait and see until one of these Apple logos disappears first. So pretty much identical. I think the 11 Pro beat out the 11 by like a half second, but really no performance or startup improvement in that regard. That being said, there could be some difference for benchmarking. So if we head over to Geekbench 5, both these phones have identical processors, although interestingly, on 13.1.3, the 11 Pro has a bit less registered memory, even though they supposedly have the exact same memory inside. So let's go ahead and run a CPU benchmark and see where they stand. Some interesting results to look at. So by just 6 points, a very marginal difference, the iOS 13.2 phone beat out 13.1.3 in the single core score department, but for multi-core score, 8 points was 13.1.3 up. Overall, it doesn't look like there's much of a difference between 13.1.3 and 13.2, but of course, we'll have to wait and test the final release version before we make any hard calls. That being said, I feel like iOS 13.2 is just about ready for release, so I'll check back in with you guys whenever we see the next beta. In the meantime, you can look forward to it probably coming out in less than 7 days. That's all I've got to show you guys in this video. No hard changes in 13.2 Beta 4, but we'll keep you guys updated on Twitter if anything else is discovered. That's all in this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys later.